That's right. Let's go. 1-12 against the Birds. Oh, man. Yo, holy smokes. What a defensive performance. Oh, 20-14 Eagles. City of brotherly love get dominated by Quinnen and Quincy Williams. Oh, man, boys and girls, we are going to go live for just a little bit of time. And by a little bit, I mean we're going to go until you guys have had enough. And I'm not going to have enough. We're going even 3-3 into the bye week. Oh, man, if you told me with no Aaron Rodgers, the Jets would go 3-3 into the bye week with one of those wins against the Eagles and Zach Wilson's best game against the Chiefs. Oh, this team. You smell that? Smells like the back half of the schedule. Let's go. Oh, man, I'm fired up. I am so fired up. Look at you guys. Kaz comes in. Tears of joy, Ryan. Let's go, Jets. What a D. Holy hell. Dude, I'm not going to lie. When Breece Hall ran it in for a touchdown, I'm screaming at the TV, go down, go down, don't score. Just kick the field goal. Oh, we can never make anything easy. But, what a game. What a game. Greg Zuerlein, Greg the Leg, all the points in the world. Give him all the points. I missed out on my parlay today because I had Eagles kicker getting over 1.5 field goals. It's okay. Zuerlein kicked enough field goals for both teams. Holy smokes. Oh, Quincy Williams. Quinnen gets an interception. 4 turnovers of the Eagles. The Jets are making elite quarterbacks look like trash. Trash. Josh Allen. Trash. Mahomes played like trash. I can't call him trash. Jalen Hurts. Trash. Come on. Oh. Bum. Let's go. Sorry if I'm screaming a little bit. I'm a little fired up. Woo! John, thank you so much for the super chat. J-Boy comes in and says, ugly ass win, but key word is win. This team does need a week off. But let's go. Week 9 coming, boys. Boys and girls, if you have not already gotten your ticket for Jets Chargers Week 9, myself, O'Leary, Green Bean, going to Week 9, doing the tailgate, talkingjets.com. Get your ticket. Come out with us. Oh, it's a whole new season. Let's go. J-Boy's going to be there. We got Crossfire coming in. Blitz Crew's coming in. Oh, it feels good. Feels freaking good. Let's go. We needed that one, boys. We needed that one. City Bert says, what does this mean now for Zach? I like how Zach played today. The stat line may not be beautiful, but if you take away the penalties and you take away the offensive line plays, the Jets dominated this game. Dominated this game with no starting cornerbacks. You had no Sauce, no Reed, no Eccles, no Hardy, who's also a cornerback. You have Bryce Hall and fucking Hayes. Who the hell's... I didn't know who Hayes was coming into the game. He's on A.J. Brown all day. A.J. Brown over 125 yards. Get out of here. You and your damn loss. What does it mean for Zach? It means Zach's starting until otherwise. I like this. I think Zach has earned the start against the Giants. Look, Trevor Siemian's going to be up to speed. So in the event you need to pull the plug on Zach at any point, which I hope we do not have to, because I like how Zach's been playing the last 3 weeks. Something clicked during the Chiefs game. There was a back against the wall, and Zach Wilson is playing smart. Now, I'd like to see him get rid of the ball a little bit quicker, not take some of the sacks and critical downs. I don't know how many sacks the Jets end up having of Zach Wilson, but it was too many. There were opportunities and penalties. Oh, Lazard on the crackback block. What are you doing? It's a free play. Everyone knows it's a free play. Just let it go. Ugh. Come on. Zach's my quarterback. The Art of Pimpin' says, ball don't lie. F them refs. Boys and girls, ooh, if you want to check out the new, I just dropped the shirt literally as the game was on. There is a 3 blind mice ref t-shirt on jetstalk.com. If you guys want to take a look at it and you're fired up about the refereeing over the course of the Jets season, not even just today's game, but the Chiefs game, fucking last week, dude, nonstop. It feels like we got 3 blind mice on the field as far as the refs go. So I got some artwork commissioned. If you want to take a look at it, you want to support the channel, or I guess we could do this too. A little plug, Underdog Fantasy. If you want to support the channel there, join Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code JETS247. Get 100% deposit match up to $500 for your first time deposit. But yes, Art of Pimpin', F them refs. Jonathan comes in and says, as a Jets fan, as this season, because Rodgers' defense is 2 behind Browns, only offense can get better. This defense is incredible. Honestly incredible. With no starting corners. You did not have Sauce, no Eccles, no Reed, no... Ow! Let's go. Let's go. Offensive line. Hopefully Tippmann's all right. They're calling it a thigh right now. Wes, not someone I want to see in there long term. Not someone I want to see in there long term. Offensive line had their issues, had a lot of penalties. We shot ourselves in the foot. This game could have been significantly further out of hand. 4 turnovers, you got to have more than a 6-point win. But a W is a W, and it's the first one against the damn Eagles. Jim Herron, if you're watching right now, eat it. Oh, my Eagles, buddy. Taking the big L. Pixel Mike says 3-3 by the bye week after the disastrous start to the season. I'm dreaming. I'm with you. I'm on cloud 9 with you. You told me before the season that the Jets are 3-3 at the bye week with Zach Wilson slinging the rock every single game. You don't even have Aaron Rodgers. You beat the Eagles and you have Zach's best performance against the Chiefs. I'm dreaming. There's no way this is real life right now. No way. No way it's real life. I love it. I absolutely love it. Cuddy comes in. Cuddy. Comes in, says, JETS, what a game. Both Williams brothers get a turnover. Aaron around, walking on the field. Pregame may really be back if we win it, or if we're in it. 5-1 with Aaron, in my opinion, right now. I agree. I think you beat the Chiefs. I think you beat the Patriots. The Patriots. I think the Jets would be 5-1 right now. The fact that we're 3-3 at the bye, with the way we have played offensively, we're like, what were we, 0 for 9 or 0 for 8 at one point in terms of getting after the red zone? Terrible. You got to get better in the red zone. Got to get better in the red zone. John comes in and says, you need to dance around now. You promised last week we beat Philly. What dance do you want to do? I'll do the Macarena right now. Fuck you, Philly. Oh, it feels good. I'll dance all day. Brian comes in. Brian saying, we need rank to keep picking against the Jets. Let everyone take the Eagles. Everyone take the Giants. I don't want to be an overdog. I don't want to be an overdog next week. Boys and girls get me all sorts of fired up. Alex, the Jets fan, says, let's go, Jets. The season is reborn. Zach is getting his mojo slowly but surely. Let's effing go. Imagine if after this whole Aaron Rodgers experience, an experiment, Zach Wilson ends up being the dude. Still early. Let's see some more. But, I love what we've gotten out of Zach the last 2 weeks. I love it. Blitz Crew dropping in, gifting a whole bunch of Jet memberships. Thank you, Blitz Crew. Holy hell. Woo. I'm going to have to do some phone calls at some point. Brian Bogan comes in. What's up, Brian? He says, Jets have officially beat all 32 teams. I say 32 because we beat ourselves pretty often. That's accurate. That's accurate. I will take that all damn day. I love it. I love it. Where are we going? Oh, we got Michael. Michael comes in and says, yes, we did it, and without all our starters and against the Zebras. I'm telling you, the refs, they're out to get us. If they didn't screw us against the Chiefs, Jets are sitting here 4-2. And if we score any damn points against the Patriots, we're 5-1. This is a good fucking football team. Good football team. Rye the General. Schweitzer is bad. Healthy after the bye. Great time for a bye week. 3-3. Easier road ahead. Presser from Zach and Sal were top-notch. Super Bowl defense. This defense is elite. When they were saying 85 Bears, no points in the second half to the Eagles. Little bit of a gift from Elliott at the end. Missing the field goal. It wouldn't have mattered. We drove down the field and got the touchdown. Letting Hall go into the end zone. Brees. Situational awareness. If I have to be nitpicky, situational awareness. Salah has to get with the team beforehand and say, do not go in the end zone. The end of that game, you do not go in the end zone. It's okay. I'll take the W. Blitzcrew says, remember when we were hoping for 3-3 with Aaron? I do remember, and we're 3-3 with Zach. Let's go. Jet fans deserve to be hyped up right now. We deserve to be hyped up. Radimus Prime comes in. Radimus says, Zach haters equal clowns, bums, bums. Cope no more. Craig, I know you're out there watching. Craig, come back in. Come back, brother. You were right. We were all wrong. O'Leary, I'm going to get on your case. I'm going to get on your case Tuesday night. We owe Craig an apology. Mike D says, let's go. I was so pessimistic today, but let's get it. Everyone in the pregame stream, myself included, let's just look for positives. Let's see if we can stick tight with them. Let's go into the bye with our heads held high. Maybe Zach has a good game. Maybe this defense plays lights out. We got a friggin' win. Let's go. My wife is going to kill me. Beck, I'm sorry if I'm yelling. Just a little bit. Christopher says, I love seeing Huff running around on D. I love that he's playing more snaps. Even in rushing situations, this guy needs to be on the field all the time. Do not allow him to leave the building after the season. Huff is a Jet. Do not let him leave. Alex the Jet fan joins the economy tier. Thank you so much. Alex, you're the man. You're the man. Wrong Verb comes in and says, who we kidding? We'd be 5-1 with Trevor Siemian. You're probably right. There were a few games in there, not so great from our boy Zach. But heck, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Does not matter to me. I'm in a good spot, good headspace right now. Noel with his first super chat of the channel, riding at an all-time high after this win. This win provided an abundance of hope for the rest of the season. Let's go. Zach Wilson, you have given Jets fans hope. This defense lets us stay in every game, and every time we look at this schedule, realize the first 6 games of this year's schedule, it was the hardest schedule in the NFL. No team in the league has ever played 4 teams in the first 6 games of their schedule that won 12 games the year prior. That's the Bills, the Dallas Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Jets beat 2 of them. One, we outplayed the damn Chiefs. Dallas, we got our doors kicked in. That was expected. Get me hyped up. Pixel Mike. Zach Wilson has had a higher rating than Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Let's effing go. Let's talk about it for a second. Yo, Zach Wilson is out-dueling the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Higher quarterback rating. Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, suck it. I don't care if he's not throwing for over 200 yards. I don't care if he's getting all the stats. He's doing what he needs to win. Got to get better in the red zone, though. Got to get better than the red zone. Rye the General says, pay Huff. I completely agree. Allison Tuckwab! Allison coming in with a huge super chat. Thank you so much, Allison. Thank you. Allison says, I don't know why you guys even went and got Zach Daniel. Zach Daniel. Need to help guys still in the playoffs. Don't rely on him. I think that's when he was there for the help. So whatever. I hope you don't come back to help and hack it. Be happy now, but someone will knock you guys off your high horse. Oh, Allison. Are you not a Jet fan? I thought you were a Jet fan. This seems very negative. Is this negative? Am I losing my damn mind? Allison, I don't know why you guys even went and got Zach Daniel. Need help, guys. Still in the playoffs. Don't rely on him. Zach Daniel. Oh, man. Allison. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm very confused about this. I hope you don't come back to help and hack it and be happy now, but someone will knock you guys off your high horse. Dude, I don't care. I'm taking you as a Jet fan. You've been around the channel the whole time. I don't know if I'm just losing my damn mind right now or I've had one too many beers. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Allison. Thank you. Incredibly generous. Incredibly generous. Hackett, calling a good... Let's talk about that. That's how I'm going to change his super chat into. We're going to change it into Nathaniel Hackett. 3 weeks in a row. The Chiefs, Jets got to score points to stay with the Chiefs. He slings the rock all over the place with Zach Wilson. The Broncos, the following week. Worst run defense in the league. He feeds the rock to Breece the Beast in a box of cereal Hall. 177. Breece Hall last week. And then he switches the script again. He says, yo, we got to score. We got to be able to move the ball down the field. We're going to have to get away from the run just a little bit. And he lets Zach throw it all over. Penalties, offensive line, got to get better. Can't have the mental mistakes. But by and large, loved this game. Loved it. Niem says, let's go. Elite defense and offense is getting better. Cut penalties down and look out. We are beating ourselves right now. If you can remove those, penalties and the stupid stuff that are causing us headaches, the Jets can be even better. Even better. Kassan, let's go Jets. Playoffs, here we come. One game at a time. I just want to beat the Giants in 2 weeks. One play at a time. One game at a time. But Kirshawn, thank you so much for your super chat. I know. I don't want to talk about playoffs yet because I'm super excited. I'm nervous. I don't want to put the bad juju on there. One game at a time. Mumtaz, BS, this game again showed we are a good team. Zach is garbage. It is pure torture to watch this guy ruin a good team. None of his throws even come close. Even simple ones are off, and he is killing us. Mumtaz, I wholeheartedly disagree. He was 70% completion each of the last 2 weeks, and this week, if it weren't for Lazard with a crackback block, Zach was able to catch the Eagles jumping off sides, gets a massive gain. Massive gain. That should have been an enormous first down. Instead, we get pushed further back, out of field goal range. Then Zach catches him earlier in the game, 12 man on the field. Zach is growing up before our eyes. I understand it's not beautiful. It's not perfect all the time. He gets sacks. He takes bad sacks. Offensive line is Swiss cheese right now. You're playing with your backup right tackle, your third string, or I guess backup right guard. Yo, I'm sorry. I don't agree, Mumtaz. Do not agree. Brian Bogan, the next one Jets drive is going to be so fun. Yo, Jets are going to go off. I can't wait to see the behind the scenes. I hope they're like, okay, this is not for kids. We're going to allow every language thing that could possibly happen. I want like a Hard Knocks style, like, just let it go. Just let it go. That's what I want to see. Ah, my heart. My heart. Blitzkrieg says, I fucking love Huff. He is a top 2 defensive lineman on our team. Pay the man. First time in a while I have been so hyped enough to gift memberships. Need to keep Bryce Hall on the field for turnovers. Quincy is a monster. Yo, Bryce Hall's been playing well. The fact that he's sitting there as a backup to Eccles and to Sauce and to Reed, and he's still able to get interceptions or fumbles and scoop and scores last week. Oh, let's go. Blitzkrieg coming in, gifting some memberships, and 100% getting the rest of us hyped up. Thank you so much. I agree. I think Huff is our second best defensive lineman. 2 or 3. It's either Huff has some majorly impacting plays, but so does Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson, yo, talk about a forgotten first-round pick from last year, having a breakout season. Breakout season. Breakout season. Kenzie Q says, we're the Zach Wilson truthers right all along. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. John O'Sullivan coming in with super chat. Thank you so much. Says, they should have taken a knee and kicked the field goal. I have waited 40 years to see the Jets beat the Eagles. Go Jets. Dude, when Breece Hall went into the end zone, I was losing my damn mind. I was like, no, fall on the one. What are you doing? They're letting you in the end zone. Stop it. And like Breece realized it when he sat down. He's like, I should have gone down. He sat on the bench. I should have gone down. It's like, oh, we can't make it easier on ourselves. You got to take us to the nth level and let us just burn and lose our damn mind. Losing my mind. Who we got? John O'Sullivan was up. Ron Weiss. Ryan, Cindy and I said any given Sunday after the 49ers game, us Jets fans deserve this. We do. We put up with too much damn bullshit this year. Too much bullshit. And guess what? We got to win against the best team in the league. Undefeated. Last undefeated team. Technically speaking, when we started this game today, they were the best team in the NFL. In the Super Bowl last year, the Jets have now outperformed the Super Bowl champs, had it stolen by some referees, and we beat the Eagles. Suck it, NFL. Jay Sanchez, thank you so much for the super chat. Swole Mother Lover says, I think Zach Wilson stays a Jet till at least 2028 just because he has Aaron Rodgers in his ear. In my opinion, it's better than having to restart. I do think Zach is here. I mean, let's see what happens at the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe the Jets decide to, if Zach really looks good, let's say he's slinging the rock well, maybe they're like, oh, maybe we should exercise his fifth-year option. At least give ourselves the option to decide what we want to do. But at the very least, Zach is here. 2 more seasons. We got Rodgers next year coming back, and then you decide what you want to do after that. I'm excited, though. I don't think we're going to be in position to draft a player more talented than Zach Wilson in the next few years. So I'm fine with investing more time into Zach Wilson based on what I've seen so far. Swole. Get me excited. Youthphoria. Salah, best win of his coaching career. All gas, no break. I'm buying a Quincy jersey now. Jets, Jets. Yo, Quincy is a heat-seeking missile. Quincy's legit. He might be the best linebacker in the league right now. No joke. Quincy is playing like a man on fire. Kelvin comes in, most happy for coach. 100%. He needed that. He needed to get a W. Noel comes in. If Aaron Rodgers comes back this season and we don't make moves to better our offensive line, I will be so frightened for him. I hope we get La'el Collins. I would like us to bring him in because we are clearly in need of some type of depth. Even if you like what you saw from Mitchell today. He gave up the 1 sack, not great. But even if you like what you saw from Mitchell, we don't have enough offensive linemen to feel comfortable in the event that we do make a playoff run. Got to get some more offensive linemen. I can completely agree, Noel. Blitzcrew says, Zach makes me want to give Mims another shot. Who knows? Maybe Mimsy can turn it around. Chris Murphy, extend Huff now. Jake says, Jermaine Johnson, Jets, Jets. Douglas comes in, says, if this is how games are going to be, I need a cardiologist on speed dial. Let's effing go. Jets, Jets. Yo, I'm on the edge of my seat. My heart's like about to explode. Absolutely awesome. Angel, I think you need another beer. Let me finish this beer. Let's your boy needs another beer. You know what? This one calls for a special beer. Fireman Ed, if you're watching. We got some Fireman Ed beer. Let's friggin' go. Let's go. HV comes in and says, my wife was offered seats in section 17, row 7, and she said no because she thought it was going to rain. Look, I'll be honest, I don't blame Jet fans for not going to that game. All the injuries, the weather looked like it was supposed to be horrible. You missed a great game, unfortunately. But, dude, crazy. That's why you watch, right? 1,100 people watching. Hit the milk thumbs. Boys and girls, hit the milk thumbs. We got 800 people in the chat right now. Please hit those milk thumbs if you're enjoying what you're seeing in here. David, Scottish Jets fan, says, woo, great Jets win. Plus, he won 500. Love it. Hopefully, you were playing some underdog with the Jets 24/7 promo code. Jay Sanchez says, let's effing go Jets. We deserve it big time. We definitely do. It's been a long time. Jacob comes in with a $1 super chat. Nango says, hey, Ryan, we Jet fans can talk a lot of smack tonight. Let's go. Yo, I cannot wait to be on the AFC East roundtable tomorrow. Me and Richie, ooh, I am ready to go. I'm ready to talk so much smack. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I thoroughly have been waiting to just lay it all out and let these guys know just how ridiculous the rest of the division looks. Heck, it took Miami. It wasn't an easy game for them down there in Miami, playing Carolina, the worst team in the league. Jets come in, beating Philly, smacking them around a little bit. Ah! Bums. Bunch of bums. No Zach Sander, please. Only goes up from here. We're trending in the right direction. Brett Larson. Storyline is D is killing quarterbacks, and Zach is playing better than those quarterbacks. It was all Zach this game. Better average rush than Brees. No mistakes. I've been telling you, Zach Wilson on the ground, he's special. He's special. Take the over on his yards rushing each week. I don't know what he had. Let's see. I got to take a look. What did he end up with? Let's go some player stats right now. Zach Wilson, 186 yards on 19 completions, 33 attempts. Zach had 4 carries for 15 yards. So the over on his yards was only like 12 and a half yards, I think. So he barely got it. It wasn't like crazy. But he is good with his feet. Brees Hall leads the way, 39 yards, 3.2 yards per carry on 12 carries. So it's not a Brees Hall type of day. Not a Brees Hall type of day. You kind of knew that. Garrett Wilson, 8 receptions, 90 yards. Hopefully he's all right. Obviously tweaked his ankle there towards the end. Brees Hall had 5 receptions, 54 yards on the ground. Getting the ball in our playmakers' hands, Brees and Garrett, is a must. And Nathaniel Hackett is finding creative ways to do that. Zach Wilson with the little flip forward to Brees Hall. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Quincy Williams, 9 tackles. Solo tackles. 3 assists. CJ Mosley, 8 solo tackles, 1 assist. CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams. Absolutely killing dudes out there. Julian says, is it just me or did Zach deserve a touchdown today? If it weren't for that flag on Lazard, Zach's stats would have looked better. I think this game, when you watch the replays, people are going to say Zach held us back, and I don't believe that to be true. I think Zach, the last 3 weeks, him and Nathaniel Hackett have had a huge turnaround from the first 3 weeks of the season. Now, obviously, you rely on Brees in the beginning part of week 1. You win that game against Buffalo on an amazing kick return. But Dallas, rough. Patriots, rough. Since then, they've turned it around. They've figured it out. I love what we're seeing right now. Sorless comes in. Sorless says, love the defense tonight. Can't blame Zach a lot tonight. No time to do anything and bad drops. We had no turnovers from him, which is a good thing. Yeah, I don't want to say... And it didn't feel like he played to not win either. Like this game looks different from an eye test than anything else. Like he was making plays. Now, if you want to be like critical about Zach, maybe a few throws off their mark. A few throws, like Garrett in the end zone, there was one that like Garrett kind of swatted it away. There was a play behind Cobb that got popped up. Cobb got his hands on it. Should have caught it though. Not a great pass. And then he's holding the ball a touch too long. I mean, I shouldn't even say long, but some of the sacks he took, he's got to at least get the ball out. Get an incomplete pass. There were more points on the board. The Jets are leaving a ton of points on the board when it comes to red zone stuff. All-American comes in and says, lost every bet today, but Jets win makes the pain go away. Anyone want to go camping? Because I'm pitching a tent right now. Dude, you and me, I got a double wide right now. That's what this feels like. Not to toot my own horn. I'm just super excited. I love it. Brian Bogan comes in, says the practice squad cornerbacks did their job, 0 air touchdowns. Let's talk about Hayes for a second. I didn't know who the hell Hayes was coming in here. I had to put up with him guarding A.J. Brown? What? The hell kind of game plan is that? When you don't have any of your starting corners. It worked. It worked. Darrell comes in, says, FYI, never wanted Mike White. Update on Joe Tippmann. Mike White threw a pick 6, by the way. Just saying. Update on Joe Tippmann. I heard it was a thigh. I have not heard anything since then. Hopefully everything is all right. I'm glad it's not a knee. They said they were looking at his knee initially. Thomas comes in and says, next man up. The heart from these guys is unreal, especially after losing the guy we built the hype train around. Locker room is beyond all in. Yes, this team feels like they've bought in. This feels like a team that doesn't realize they are supposed to be bad now that Aaron Rodgers is knocked out. Watching him walk around, watching Zach play the way he's playing, this team has some juice to it. Go into the bye, get healthy, come out, smack the Giants around. Smack them around. Douglas comes in, slamming beers like he's stone cold Ryan Austin. Fireman Ed, gotta celebrate the right way. Let's go. Should have shotgunned a beer. Juan says, number one defense in the league, need to clean up the penalties. When was the last time you were happy going into a bye? Let's build on momentum. Jets, Jets. I believe last year. As stupid as that sounds, I think it was last year, because didn't we beat the Bills and then head into our bye week last year, and we were all high and mighty about that? I think that's how that worked out. David, Scottish, New York Jets and Rangers fan. Bet was in the UK, but they had us at 5-2 at home. Words are hard. Home. So I just had to bet on us $200 on $700. Back. Great to be a Jets fan for once. Enjoy. Let's enjoy it. Dude, I love it. I'm glad. Look, I could lose every bet I have. I don't care. It doesn't matter what the money is. I don't bet a crazy ton anyway. But when I do bet, I don't mind losing if the Jets are going to win. I'm okay with that. A lot of times as Jet fans, I don't know what you guys do, but a lot of times I'll throw money against the Jets, so that way at least if the Jets fuck me, I'm still winning some money. Not bad, though. Not bad. Blitz Crew. People that think Zach held us back today can't see what is happening on the field and are focused on the box score. Eagles are for real. I 100% agree. Mumtaz, I'm calling you out. Calling you out, brother. Not Blitz Crew. Mumtaz said it before. Mumtaz said, Zach was an issue. I'm tired of this dude ruining it. Nuh-uh. Don't throw it on Zach right now. This team's doing pretty good right now, and it's because Zach has stepped up. Because Zach has stepped up. Deanna Harper. Deanna says, can we celebrate Q's first career takeaway, big man running, first career interception? He's had fumble recoveries. Remember, he had that fumble recovery where he scooped it up, stiffed Tyreek Hill into the ground, and kept going. But first interception, love the big Q ball. Love it. Q ball is legit. Quinnen Williams, a man possessed. A man possessed. So let's go over it. Let's talk about this final box score, what the teams kind of did. The Eagles dominated yards. 348 to 244 from the Jets. 268 yards through the air for the Eagles, 155 through the air for the Jets. Rushing 80 yards. 80 yards. But Jalen Hurts accounted for 47 of the team's 80 yards. I'll take that all damn day. Third down efficiency, Eagles were 7 of 14, Jets were 2 of 11. You cannot have that. You got to clean it up. A lot of this is getting into bad third downs. Downs and distances matter. You cannot have holding calls. You cannot have false start calls. Let's talk about the touchdown at the beginning of the game from Jalen Hurts, where they were like, oh no, it clearly was not a touchdown. It was a fumble. And because they called it a fumble and not down by contact or whatever, I thought he was on the ground. I thought his legs were on the ground and his body stretched across because you could see his hip was off the ground. He was stretching across. But I don't know. They were like, oh, the NFL must have other angles that we don't have. That's what it was. And how do you call the completed pass on A.J. Brown? I'm sorry. I don't think he had control going out of bounds. Jets were 2 for 11 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down. We had 6 penalties for 68 yards. The Eagles had 5 penalties for 46. Damn near dead even time of possession. The key difference, Jets created 4 turnovers on defense. The Jets had no turnovers. No turnovers. That's how you win a game. Douglas comes in and says, as a Jets fan since 81, not going to lie, I'm low-key nervous. Tippmann's thigh will be a torn quad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm super nervous because I hate everything that luck-wise happens to the Jets. Like, that would be a very Jets thing. That would be a very Jets thing to have an offensive lineman go down in a big win like that, a la AVT last year and this year. Salmonella Fitzgerald said, had to get here on my buzzed mind. It's like Santa came early, going into the bye. JETS. Salmonella, thank you so much. I'm right there with you. Celebrate a little Fireman Ed's lager. I got my Breeze box back here. I'm feeling pretty good. I got the Giant Bills games on right now, but I don't care. I can care less. It doesn't matter. I have 2 weeks of flying high. Oh, Jets get a W against the Eagles. Too much energy. Too much energy. That's what it is. What else are you guys talking about in there? Frankie says, Tippmann could be a while, which means he'll likely be back by next practice. Yeah, Salah doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to injuries. Anytime he opens his mouth on injuries, it's either worse than he thinks or it's significantly better than he thinks. It's always like, oh, I think he'll be fine, out for the season. Oh, it's real serious. He's back in 4 weeks. Oh, okay. So hopefully Tippmann's back. I want to see Tippmann get back in there. Darrell says, if they threw a flag on the last interception, the NFL sucks. Dude, I was like cringing. As soon as I saw the interception, I'm looking at the field. I'm like, okay, I don't see any flags. I don't see any yellow. The little thing's not popping up. Oh my God, Beckham, we won. We're in field goal range. And then Brees scores a touchdown. I'm like, oh no. We're going to screw ourselves. We're going to accidentally score the touchdown and end up losing because Hurts is going to go 2 minutes or a minute 46, whatever it was. The Jets get a W. Don't even worry about it. Not a worry in the world. Kaz comes in. Kaz says, Ryan, am I crazy? Yes. Or did they try to take it away from us again? The officials or terrible? Which says you, buddy? Terrible. They are horrible. They've been absolutely screwing the Jets all season long. All season long. Take a look over jetstalk.com. Come to jetstalk.com. I literally just dropped the shirt. I was so pissed at the refs today. I had some artwork commissioned last week. 2 weeks ago, after the Chiefs loss. So frustrated with the refs. I have a new shirt. It's the 3 blind mice as referees on an NFL field. Flag zone everywhere. So if you want to support the channel, want to get some ridiculous merch, you can head over there. Blitzcrew says, this win will not cost us another Achilles. Right? We have sacrificed our best players. Quarterback, Achilles, out for the year. AVT, Achilles, out for the year. Eagles game, you guys have had enough. You get the win. Let's go. Let's go. Julian comes in and says, do you think Jets fans think differently of Zach now? I really hope so. Look, I have been of the mindset that Zach is under contract. I want him to sit for the longest time possible with Rodgers here. I've said even when Zach was bad, I think it's worth holding on to Zach next year behind Rodgers because his talent is so much better than what I think we could draft this year because I think our team's too good. I think we're going to win too many games to be in position to draft an elite quarterback coming out this year. Zach's playing well. The last 3 weeks, above 70% completion on 2 of the weeks, and today, I think he could have had it. There were a few drops. I know Carter had a drop. I know Lazard had a drop. There were a few off-target passes, but by and large, I liked how Zach played today. He caught the defense with 12 men on the field. He caught, what was the other one? He had the wherewithal to get the Eagles to jump off sides, get the free play, sling it to Garrett Wilson. I wish he hit him in stride, a little bit high. I'm not going to get picky. But then Lazard with the crackback block. It's literally the Jets' worst enemy is themselves. If the Jets don't screw up, the Jets will win so many games. So many games. The Wedge comes in, says, go Jets. There's only one green that matters in the NFL. Jet green. Yeah, go Jets. It's so nice to finally have that monkey off our back and finally beat the Eagles. It just makes me so happy. And it's been a long time coming. 13 times we went against the Eagles. It took the 13th time. 13 ain't unlucky, baby. ARJ. Thank you for the $1 super chat. Much appreciated. Egan says, Ryan, this is not a Miller Lite moment. That's all right. I got one Miller Lite that was open. And then I got my Fireman Ed jet beer. Boom. Cobb had a drop. I see that in there. Outsider. Feeling too damn good. Too damn good. Beto says, at the beginning of the year, before A-Rod got hurt, we all said 3-3 at the bye would be great. Yeah, if you could go into the bye, we were all kind of thinking, I think we all thought it would be Bills, it would be Denver, it would be Patriots. Now, if you told me going into bye, we would beat the Eagles, Zach would have his best game against the Chiefs, and we would not see any throws completed by Aaron Rodgers, I'd say you're fucking dreaming. There's no way that would be the case. Yo, this team is different. This team knows what's up. Hyun Kim says, when Garrett Wilson limped off, I thought Achilles. Oh my God. Could you imagine if that was the case? Is everything all right with Garrett? Is it like, did I miss something? I've been on live since like 8 o'clock, so I really hope I didn't miss anything. Matt said, Huff had 9 pressures today. Insane. The dude's unreal. You cannot allow him to leave. You need to sign him to a contract over the bye week. That is your job, Joe Douglas. You get La'el Collins in here as a backup offensive lineman, even if you want to start Mitchell. Whatever it is. Hold on to Huff by all means necessary. I would rather use the franchise tag on Huff than on Mekhi Becton. Either way, you got to re-sign one of those two so you can franchise the other. I would love to re-sign both. I thought Becton's done a good job. He gave up the 1 sack on like an odd play where he like kind of backed up, but then the guy went inside and he tried to hold. I'm okay. But Huff absolutely cannot leave this team. He is so valuable. So valuable. AR says, cry, Eagles, cry on the way to misery. Screw them. Screw those Eagles. Mumtaz. Got a bone to pick with you, Mumtaz. Ryan, Cobb had a drop because the ball was thrown behind him. Not. Is that the one we're talking about? I know Carter dropped one, and I know Lazard both dropped one. Both hit him in the chest. Because the ball was thrown behind him. Zach never gives you an easy chance. So I do agree with that. You're talking about the Cobb one that the ball popped up. I think that was a bad throw by Zach, 100%. I do think Cobb's an NFL receiver. He's got to catch that ball. Sorry. Not a great, no room for Yak, of course. Poorly thrown ball. I think Cobb should still have that. Anyways, I am shocked that we got first franchise win against the Eagles. Watch your every throw vid. Zach always off. So I should go back and watch the every throw video and just grade each and every throw, how we feel each thing was. And I did include the Garrett Wilson throw that was called back. It was the free play because I don't think it was a great throw either. Zach did have to try and create some more time and space, so there's a little bit of that going on. But I will say Mumtaz is not wrong on the Cobb throw. I think it was behind Cobb, and it could have been a better throw, and it would put the Jets in a little bit better situation. Sorless says, we could easily be 5-1, just got through the toughest part of the schedule at 3-3. Let's rally some huge wins after the bye week. Boys and girls, you know what comes after the bye week? Jets, Chargers, Monday night. Myself, Green Bean O'Leary, gonna be there. If you want to hang out with us, talkingjets.com. Talkingjets.com. Link, I think, is in the description, or it's getting populated in the chat by Nightbot. Either way, we only got a few tickets left. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. Blitz Crew. AVT never playing in Denver again. Can't fault that. Yeah, no. Anytime the Jets have to go to Denver, AVT, you're inactive this week. Stay at home. Don't get out of your chair. You're going to slip and fall on the way to the refrigerator. That's how I feel about AVT. I would lose my damn mind. Never playing again in Denver. Salmonella says, we need to work. We need offense to work. But Zach looks like he woke up since the Chiefs game. We have a Super Bowl defense, and I love shutting up the haters. It feels good. It feels good. I will take being an underdog in every game. If we had Rodgers, it would be those upset. It'd be like, oh, the Jets were favorites, and all of a sudden they failed. Now it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see Aaron Rodgers out there. But, at least seeing Zach out there and playing the way he's playing, I feel like Jet fans can be happy. You could be happy with how this team is playing, how this defense has responded. It would have been so easy for all these players that were here last year, that saw how Zach played last year, to just roll over and die. This season could have been over. Robert Saleh kept this locker room together. It was on the brink of explosion heading into that Chiefs game. I do think Rodgers coming back and having a talk with the team helped cool some of the minds. I think there was an active thought process in getting Garrett Wilson the ball, in getting Breece Hall the ball. And I think it's worked. I think it was the right call. I absolutely think it was the right call. I love it. Absolutely love it. Boys and girls. Crazy. Hulk Smasher Mom says, Hulk smashed dem Eagles. Let's effing go. Oh, I love it. It just makes me happy. It makes me happy, boys and girls, to see this. All of a sudden, the New York Jets are absolutely smacking around the best quarterbacks in the league. Big time win for the New York Jets. Big time win. Yo, it's Vin says, we only have 4 more games against teams with winning records. Browns, Bills, 2 against the Dolphins. Let's talk about it. I think the Jets can beat the Browns. I think the Jets can beat the Bills again. And I think the Jets can beat the Dolphins. I really do. Dolphins are a scary team. They got to come into some cold weather. Does Tua stay healthy the rest of the season? Some big questions that are going to need to be answered. New York Jets balling out right now. 100% balling out right now. Boys and girls, I am losing my damn voice. We're going to go till about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. So if you want to get your comments in, get your comments in now. Vincent, a Bills loss and the Jets jumped the Bills into second place. Ryan, your first place podcast guy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Wish you were the play-by-play guy for us. That would be fire. Go Jets. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. So I'm actually going to start streaming more games soon. I've been doing the every throw video, which has taken a lot of my time. So which sucks because I don't get paid anything for those videos. So I really need to make some financially more responsible decisions. But I think I'm going to do some game streams. I love doing the play-by-play. I think it's a lot of fun. And then you actually get to see my genuine reaction, which is like legitimately what I'm doing right now. This is what I was doing in my living room before. And Becca's like, did they actually win? I was like, no, we just intercepted the ball, and I think we're going to win. I'm losing my damn mind. And then Breece Hall runs in, and I'm, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Radimus says, always off. Upset with Mumtaz's comments. Everyone's got their right to an opinion. I just think Mumtaz is wrong. Bum don't know. Bum. Sorry, Mumtaz. I'm hitting you with the bum. Hitting you with the bum comment. The Wedge says, that is a move Big Becky Becton uses to protect his knee. I'm fine with whatever keeps Mekhi Becton healthy. If we have to eat a sack occasionally because there's like some potential fear that there could be a knee going down, it's okay. It's okay. Roger Rabbit says, Ryan, I almost cried, man. We deserve this. And way more. Jets Nation. Dude, it felt good. I went into this game with like 0 expectations. And we're sitting there. I'm like, wow, man, the Jets could have won this game. We're sitting here. I think he's out playing Jalen Hurts. We could have won this game. They're driving down the field. Misses the field goal. We got a shot. Then an interception. Yo, Jalen Hurts cracking under pressure, dude. Cracking under pressure. Couldn't have happened to a better team. Screw them. I love it. J-Boy, the Eagles are dumb for letting us score with our defense. No, I think it was the right play. Because if the Jets went up by a field goal, we would have eaten a lot of time there. They would have had no timeouts. We would have taken the ball down inside, I think, 40 seconds. If you had 1:40 left and you run 3 plays, they call 2 timeouts. Let's say it's, 1:30 before the final 40 seconds runs up. So they probably have 50 seconds, 50 seconds to get down the field and kick a field goal. I don't care. We win. Screw him. Melvin says, Ryan, please forgive me for my comments last week about how we were going to get killed. I was obviously wrong. Let's go Jets. It's okay. It's okay. I call them as I see them. If I think the Jets are going to lose, I thought we were going to lose today. I'm not going to be honest. I was not going to put, you could have said Jets, and take the spread. It was like an 8-point spread. I'd say, look, sorry, I'm taking the Eagles. We're without our entire secondary. All our cornerbacks are gone. I would have said, there's no way. Eagles are going to have a zillion yards on us. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Amnesia? Bolin says, question, is Zach Wilson now the guy? He is for now. He is for now. I think you continue to build up Trevor Siemian in practice, so you have a viable backup. Look, there's situations where, sorry, I got lint in my hair. Now, Mac Jones is not the example I necessarily want to use, but Mac Jones has gotten pulled as a starter 2 of the last 2 weeks, and they've had a backup come in. There are situations where that could happen to Zach, so I do want Trevor to be ready to go at a moment's notice. But I like what we're seeing from Zach right now. If he continues this through the rest of the season, I'm going to feel very confident with another year of him sitting behind Aaron Rodgers that he could be our guy after that. It really depends what Rodgers wants to do and what the Jets want to do. If Zach, after this season, if the Jets are like, hey, Zach, let's sign you. Let's give you more money for year 4. Let's drop your year 5 down because maybe Rodgers wants to have an additional year or something. And in the event you are the starter, we'll pay you as if it were your 5th year option. Are you okay with that? And I think Zach would probably be all right, given everything that's happened. Rami says, I'm so hyped for today's win. You better be. It's about damn time we beat a really good team. I mean, we beat the Bills. Should have beat the Chiefs. Should have beat the Patriots. Not that they're a good team. They suck. Mom says Eagles and their tush push are bum button, please.
Bum.
I'll hit it again. Bum. That might be my favorite button to hit. Lucas, I just moved from Philly to Seattle. I'm a diehard Jets fan, originally from Long Island. I was in the bar with a group of about 25 of us and did the JETS chant, and I almost cried. Dude, lead the way. Lead the way. What a win. What a damn win. Farvian. Jets are going to probably score on 3 runs. There were 3 runs. They were from the 6 anyway. So even being there, I would have told our guys to fall short of the goal line, I think. Unless it was like 4th down and not many seconds, or not 4th down, 3rd down and not many seconds left. I would have rather eaten a lot more clock than Hall score right there. I'll be honest. If it were me, like, thinking about it, it's like, okay, I get the points. I trust Zuerlein to make the kick from 25 yards or whatever it is. I was bummed. I was screaming at the TV when Brees went in. I was like, no, we screwed it up. We're going to do the Jet thing. Hi Young Kung Fu says, the touchdown was the right call. Hurts very capable of throwing a bomb to A.J. Brown and winning on a field goal. That's fair. That could be the argument, right? Like if you think that Hurts can get a pass interference or something like that and they get into field goal range all of a sudden and the game ends anyway, I just would have rather take the clock down as far as possible. It was very evident that the Eagles knew that they wanted to let Brees score. There was no attempt at tackling him. It was like, hey, pretend you're going to tackle him. And that was a coaching thing. Now, maybe Saleh said, hey, just let's get 6. Let's not leave it to whatever. And then I guess you give yourself the opportunity going for 2 to maybe block an extra point or prevent the 2-point conversion or something along those lines to tie it. Either way, I like it. Radimus says, Sanchez was choking on Hurts PP all day. Bum. Sorry, Sanchez. Jets get the win. Bino says, Sanchez kept mentioning the tush push, the sicko. I mean, he did the push tush with the ball in his hands himself, and he fumbled it. That's why he's so obsessed with the tush push, because at least the tush push is someone else is pushing his tush to get points, not fumbling and going the other way. That's why he's so all over it. Melvin says, any news on Tippmann? I heard it could be a while. I'm not sure what that means. I'm hoping a while is like 2 weeks. Get him healthy. Matthew, why? So at this rate of recovery, we have Rodgers back by the bye week, right? That's what it feels like, right? He's walking around. He's throwing passes to Sauce Gardner pregame. I want to see, dude, if the Jets hang around and Rodgers comes back for the playoffs, then I would love to have this conversation. Imagine we're sitting in December and we're saying, well, should we start Aaron Rodgers right now? Like, how great would that conversation be? Where people are confused, like, Zach's playing pretty well. Do we want to rush Aaron back or do we want to keep playing Zach? Oh, I want that to be a problem we get to face. If Aaron Rodgers plays a snap this season, he should get comeback player of the year. Hulk Smash Your Mom. Actually, just Hulk Smash, not even Hulk Smash Your Mom. This is a franchise-altering win. We have shaken off the boogeyman. Needed it. J-Boy says, if Zach leaves, he's out of the NFL in a year. Well, he's not leaving. He's got 2 years. He's got this year and he's got next year. At the very least, in the event we don't exercise his fifth-year option. I hope he hangs around. I really do. Farvian says, if you pay Zach like a starter, he'll probably stay. I think what you do is you pay Zach like a starter if he's the starter. Like you build in a contingency. Like, hey, Zach, you're going to get paid more than your third or fourth year or whatever it is, your fourth year next year. We'll elevate your pay at the condition of we'll pay your fifth-year option if you're the starter. If not, here's your pay, and then we'll give you, the franchise tag the year after or something along those lines. Either way, feeling confident with Zach Wilson right now. It's a nice feeling to have. Andrew says, let's go! Bano says, getting a win against Philly finally should be a franchise moment. Exercise them demons, boys. Completely agree. Spooner says, arrogance got to Philly too. We took their soul. Suck it right out of them. They came in, trap game. Oh, it's the lowly Jets. They're playing with a backup quarterback. Yo, backup quarterback just outdueled your MVP caliber quarterback. Jack Wagon. City of brotherly love. Go get a hug. Go push some tushes over there. Luigi says, told you we were going to clip them wings. Luigi was in the chat earlier, in the pregame, saying we're going to clip them wings. Mom says, that was the correct jersey. Like I said earlier, Brees was the winning touchdown. He was. Oreo says, thoughts on the bullshit call on Quinnen? That was not roughing the passer. I think it was. I do think the Quinnen, while it wasn't like roughing necessarily, the ball was clearly out. Quinnen saw the ball was clearly out, and he clearly pushed Hurts beyond a second or whatever it was. I'm not upset with that call. I think that was the right call to make. Quinnen's got to play smarter than that. He knew it as soon as he did it. There have been other calls that I could be really frustrated about, but that one in particular, not so much. The crackback block on Lazard, dude's just trying to make a play, and he could have really leveled that defender. And he kind of stopped and just braced himself and rooted himself in the ground, and the dude turned around and just ran into a brick wall. I wish that was not called. I didn't even know did they change that rule? Is that a new rule where they could say, oh, the 15-yarder wipes out the penalty that happened before the play even happened? Because they said, oh, the Jets, that penalty's declined, the offsides. No. We accept that penalty. And it should have been offsetting penalties. Now, that being said, in the past, I was frustrated when a 15-yard penalty would not supersede a 5-yard penalty. So I'm frustrated with that. I just don't think that was a violent crackback block. The one at Cobb against the Giants in the preseason, way worse crackback block than Lazard's block right there. In my opinion. Letter of the law, though, can't do that. He's got to be smarter. Ryan says, what if Brees stopped before the touchdown? We drag out time and we use our tush push to win. I mean, that would have been impressive. I would have kicked the field goal, though. Or maybe you take it down to third down and you do the tush push to win it. That would be a fun feeling. I would like seeing that. Noel. That Garrett Wilson catch over Bradbury, freak show. Garrett Wilson, anytime he's on one-on-one, and you can tell Zach is getting so much more comfortable with Garrett because anytime he sees one-on-one, I'm just going to throw it up to him. Just going to, he's better than most of the people he's going against. I trust him to get it. Just throw it up. I love it. It feels good to have a receiver like that. Like, you trust your receiver enough to, in coverage, he had him covered like a blanket. Zach's like, I trust him. Plucked out of the air. Garrett Wilson is a dog. Rico Bupp says, Salah didn't look happy after the touchdown run by Breece. That might have been a player decision. I would love to know, and it's something I don't think we're going to find out, is if Salah and the offensive staff talked about not scoring a touchdown at that point and running clock, and Breece decided to go for the touchdown anyway. If Breece knew not to go for the touchdown and went for it anyway, that might ruffle some feathers. But Salah definitely looked like, man, I really wish he didn't run that in. And even when Breece sat down on the sidelines and they panned over to him, he looked over and he's like, I shouldn't have done that. That's what it looked like. I don't know if he said that, but that's what it looked like. Michael says, let's be honest. Did Zach play great? No. But he's finally playing without major mistakes and looks a lot more comfortable, and he entered the season as a backup quarterback. For a backup, he's playing really well. I completely agree. Now, he didn't play great, but I would say the last 3 weeks of this season, Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, he has played to a far more consistent level of play. And if he continues to trend in this positive direction and the Jets can clean up the penalties, I think the Jets are going to be a very dangerous team, a very hard team to beat. I'm very happy with where the Jets are trending right now. Daniel comes in and says, haven't heard Lakin's name in a while. I agree. Lakin has taken a step up. As far as players that have sneakily had a very good season, Lakin has a massive bounce back season this year. Haven't heard Lakin's name in a while. Looks like he's been playing good since Becton moved to the left tackle. Just hope we get a healthy Collins after the bye. Jets win. Let's go. I would love to see La'el Collins come in. He took a physical with the Giants. Jets and Giants both worked him out. I'm assuming the Jets probably went through a physical with him, and I would love to see them at least bring him in for depth. The nice thing is you do have Carter Warren coming off IR, so maybe there's maybe there's an outside chance that he can become the next tackle out there as well. At the very least, I like what Becton's doing. Becton on the left-hand side, that's where we drafted him to be. We drafted Becton to be on the left-hand side, and the Jets have 100% rallied around him in that capacity. I don't want to see Dwayne Brown. Now, I guess the nice thing I should say is Dwayne Brown's eligible to come back after the bye week. I do not move Brown back to left tackle. Brown, for all intents and purposes, the rest of the season, backup left tackle. Becton has earned the start. He has played better, and he's the higher ceiling player than Brown right now. I don't care that Brown's getting a whole bunch of money. Brown is the backup at left tackle from here moving forward. You do not take out Becton. Blitz Crew says, need a pool on getting roughing the passer call. Dude, no joke. It's ridiculous. We're on like 660 or 650 days since our last roughing the passer call. There was one play where Zach got hit in the face mask. It was not as obvious as the other one. So I'm not complaining any roughing the passer calls this week. But dude, that's like a statistical anomaly. So if you want to show your hatred towards the refs, jetstalk.com, there's a new shirt that just dropped. I'm not going to say what it is. Again, but if you want to see the new shirt drop, jetstalk.com had a new shirt drop today. You guys know where I'm at. Kaz says, why are people still on the tread beating up Zach? Help put this to rest. Zach is 3-3. Go pound sand haters. You play to win the game.
You play to win the game.
Right? There you go, Kaz. There you go. Zach Wilson is playing significantly better than we saw last year. He's making the correct decisions. He's letting it rip when he needs to let it rip. Zach Wilson is 3-3. Go pound sand. Go kick rocks. Go take a long walk off a short pier, haters. You deserve it. Get the hell out of here. So done with this ish. So done. So done with this. Boys and girls, we got Josh coming in. Josh says, do they stop stacking the box on Zach now? He has some great throws. Line gave up on him at times. Defense won the game. Keep rocking, Ryan. Josh, thank you so much. I think that the Jets should absolutely back Zach. I think the fans should back Zach. And I think opposing defenses should realize Zach can make them pay. If they're going to stack the box, all of a sudden, you got to look at tape. The last 3 weeks, Zach's making them pay. They're going to try and get pressure on us because our offensive line isn't great. But then Breece Hall, going to run wild on your ass. Going to run wild. We're going to do a little hazy little thing IPA as the next one. Just going to keep going. Kenneth comes in and says, keep Zach and let him keep learning behind Rodgers next season. And please, please draft, buy, steal, or abduct as many offensive linemen as possible. Put out the code Adam. Jets are stealing all the offensive linemen. Got to do it. You got to get some offensive linemen in here. Cannot allow offensive line to be the detriment of this season. Bring in bodies, boys and girls. Jets have like $8 million in salary cap space. Let's keep it going. Tony says, yup, keep Becton at left tackle, make Brown play right tackle. Honestly, I'd probably do that. I would probably say, yo, Brown, if you want to play opening snaps or you want to play any snaps, your ass is going to figure out how to play left tackle. Going to figure out how to play right tackle. Completely agree. The two King brothers come in and say, how would you rate the offense this game and for the first half of the season? I would say the offense has been the detriment of this team overall. I would say the last 3 weeks, Nathaniel Hackett has called game plans that are conducive for what the other teams are capable of doing. You throw the ball all over the field against the Chiefs and against the Eagles because they have high-octane offenses. Strong defenses. Dallas, not a strong run defense. Weakest in the league. You run against them. Smart. It's what you should do. So offense, there is so much growth potential on the offensive side of the ball. The defensive side, just keep doing what you're doing. Jets defense is doing the right stuff. I'm happy with where we're at. Blitzcrew says, Hurts will remember this game against us in Vegas. Ooh, Blitzcrew calling us a Super Bowl team. or Hurts is going to visit us while we play the Raiders in Vegas. Maybe. I would love nothing more than to have a rematch against the Eagles. But us win again. That's what I want. Noah says, appreciation comment for Jermaine Johnson and Bryce Huff. Boys are swags and actual pass rushers. It feels good. Yo, you guys thought I was nuts. I said in last year's draft, if Sauce Gardner is not there at 4, I would take Jermaine Johnson at 4. And I would have been looking foolish last year. So Jermaine Johnson did not look great. And the fact that we got him at 26 or whatever we got him at, clearly Douglas is a better GM than I am. I would have taken Jermaine Johnson at 10. It would have been the wrong decision. But Jermaine Johnson coming on hot at the end of this, the beginning of this year. He's been a man possessed. Feels good. Feels really good. Jermaine Johnson is a dog this year. Most improved player, him and Huff. And Quincy. Look, all those guys, they're playing lights out. Absolutely playing lights out. Harlan says, we need to draft 2 offensive linemen every year. You got to keep a good pipeline of offensive linemen coming in. 100%. I agree. Bino says, is the golf course closed tomorrow? The way I'm drinking, it might as well be. No, I'm actually off. I'm down to working 3 days a week right now. I decided to focus a little bit more on dad time, a little bit more on the channel. Plus, I have paternity leave coming up at the beginning of November. So then I get 3 months paid by the state of New Jersey. Feeling good. Feeling good. Should be close tomorrow. National holiday. Willem says nothing like coming into the season thinking that the linebackers were weak point in the defense and now having the best linebackers in the league. Yo, talk about linebackers and safeties we thought would be like detriments to this team. Not at all. Not at all. Sports Frenzy says Hurts with 3 interceptions without Sauce and Reed in the secondary is nuts. This Jets front 4 can absolutely get after it. Can absolutely get after it. And the secondary, dude, we got depth. That's what makes the whole losing Aaron Rodgers thing. Imagine if Rodgers comes back and he's like the backup quarterback for Zach in the event that Zach gets hurt or plays poorly. And you're like, oh yeah, we're just going to have a 4-time MVP come out of the bullpen. Like, oh no, your starter got hurt in Zach. Boom. Kelvin says Hall increased his trade value. I would say right now, Bryce Hall, even though his trade value has increased, I would not trade Bryce Hall. I would rather roll through the season with him, get a compensation pick 2 years from now, than trade him and need him later on. I do not trade Bryce Hall right now, based on how he's played the last 2 weeks. I would keep Hall on this team. Guys, let me know what you think of Hall down below. I want to see it in the chat. Greg says, I want our rematch with Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Yo, imagine we finally see the Rodgers-Mahomes game in the AFC Championship game. Jets smack around Mahomes another time. This defense is built to win. They don't know that they're supposed to be bad. You lost your starting quarterback. You lost your best offensive lineman. You're supposed to be a bad team. Jets didn't get the message. This team's fighting. Robert Saleh is a good coach. And he has this team believing. 100% has this team believing. Ronald Perry says, real talk, Jermaine Johnson was holding it down. Jermaine's legit. Absolutely legit. Sean says, extend Huff soon. I hope it happens over the bye week. Get it figured out. He's too good and too valuable. You got to extend one of him or Becton. It's got to be one or the other. Because you got to have the franchise tag available. Got to have it available. I'm good with whichever one you want to do it on. I think Huff is more deserving of it. If you can sign Becton for maybe a lower contract based on upside, I'm cool with that. But you got to bring Huff back. Cannot allow him to leave. Ronald says William Brothers are stars and everyone knows it. Feels good. Feels real good. Quincy, not a high draft pick at all. I believe, did he go undrafted? He might have gotten undrafted. We got him from Jacksonville. Quinnen, 3rd overall pick. Quincy playing like his hair's on fire. A green flame coming off the back of his locks. Feels good. William says Jermaine Johnson forcing 2 picks is crazy. Should count that as a stat line. Dude's a dog. There's a few things I would like to see. I would love to see Jermaine Johnson and players that cause turnovers get credit for that in some sort of stat. And I would love to see 3 things, actually. I would love to see that. I would love to see pass interference yards, like which wide receivers are best at generating pass interference yards. Garrett Wilson drawing a penalty. That should be attributed to him in some capacity. And I would love to see a, what was I going to say? Quarterbacks. When the ball's tipped up in the air. I would like to see interceptions attributed to wide receivers if the ball's tipped up. You know, you can still attribute it to the quarterback because it was their interception, but I would like to see a star saying, like, not quarterback's fault. JD Grant says, Hurts looks off his rhythm with a pass rush up his ass. Dude, he had nowhere to go. He was panicked. It felt good. You saw him sitting on the sideline, just head down. Sadness. The entire time. The Wedge says, you all right, man. Take care of those family. Of you's family. Go Ryan. Thank you. I couldn't do it without the lovely support of my beautiful wife, Becca. If you're watching. Blitzkrieg says, no trading Hall, need good cornerback depth. I completely completely agree, and I have a feeling this might be... Oh, no, there you go. Blitzkrieg says Quincy was a third rounder that the Jags cut for some idiotic reason. I didn't realize that. I knew we got him from the Jaguars, but I don't think I ever actually knew what round he was selected in originally. So there you go. Look, I claim to be some sort of knowledgeable schmuck on the Jets. There's plenty of things I don't know. So that's why I got Blitz Crew, who's coming to the Jets-Chargers game week 9. If you want to get involved, make sure you head over there. Make sure you head over there. I love it. Boys and girls, I'm going to call this a night. Feeling good. Nice little short hour live stream. Feeling good. Going to finish my beer. Going to kick back, watch the Giants maybe beat the Bills on some Sunday Night Football. Jets can leapfrog the Bills in the division. Let's make it happen. Boys and girls, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you smash that for me. Boys and girls, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you. This is Jets Talk signing off. Jets.